What's up, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital MV, my GH After show. Let's cut to the chase. This show is getting on my last nerve, and let me tell you why. This show has been dangling the end of storylines that we have been wanting to see the end of for months in our faces, only to pull the rug from under us and have it be stretched out even longer. For example, the promo that they showed this week showed Nelle in between Michael and Brad. Michael shoved Brad, and then we find out that that is just a dream sequence. The show literally did the old bait and switch with a promo to bring viewers in. That's just a low blow, man. That is just such a low blow. And furthermore, Nelle didn't even get out of jail either. Like, they dangled that in our face for weeks as if it was actually gonna happen, only to be like, nope, she's gonna be in jail for probably a couple more years. I know some people didn't want this, but personally, I wanted Nelle to wreak havoc in Port Charles again. It would make the show a lot more interesting. Don't get me wrong, I hate Nelle, but we're supposed to. Like, she is written to be hated. They're not trying to, pull back and forth with her. What you see is what you get, and I appreciate that in a villain. Another storyline that the show has been dragging out to oblivion is the Shiloh mess. We are now post-Shiloh, and I did figure that we would get some fallout with Shiloh dying. I knew that that wasn't really the end, but they are choosing to dangle out the storyline even more again. This week we saw that there was hope for Sam to get out of jail because Jason somehow managed to figure out that the guy in jail that helped Shiloh escape also was the guy that stabbed Andre. I don't know how he put that together at all, and I don't even care. Anyway, Jason goes to the jail and convinces the guy to actually flip on Peter. He didn't admit that Peter was his boss, but he pretty much implied it and was going to go to the feds and make a deal to get less of a sentence. But unfortunately, that guy's jail cell buddy was Ryan Chamberlain, and Ryan has a picture of Ava in there. And the guy had to make a comment about how hot she was and that when he gets out, he's going to show her a good time. And Ryan kills him. Of course! I just want to kill the writers so bad right now. I'm just defeated, you guys. I'm defeated. I mean, honestly, this makes me wonder how many years we're gonna have to put up with Peter getting away with his lies, because we've seen it with Valentin so much. Let's talk about that long storyline now. So as I mentioned last week, I was already frustrated because Sasha chose to throw herself under the bus and not implicate Valentin or Obrecht, and that gives Valentin a chance to win Nina back, and that appears to be what happened. And I was ready to just explode that she forgave him. But then someone on Soap Central actually pointed out something weird that happened on the show last week. So in a very blink and you missed it scene last week, Ava shows up to Nina's office with a drink in her hand in solidarity to, both being able to relate to the fact that they have been duped by disgusting, lying men. And then the episode ended, and the next episode, we don't see the conversation continue. That was very weird. We had Nina with the half-empty bottle on her desk, and Maxie kind of pointed it out, but Nina never admitted who she was drinking with. So it kind of makes me wonder if Ava maybe convinced Nina to dupe Valentin, get revenge on him. Show of hands, who wants this to happen? Because honestly, to give Nina brains to take down Valentin after she has been duped for so long would just be poetic justice. This woman has been duped more times than anyone has by Valentin, so at the very least, she deserves to be the one to take him down. Although, you got Laura and Hayden and Jack still working on the codicil situation, and I'm worried for that as well, because I feel like the way that they write Valentin is that he always somehow manages to get away with everything, so it wouldn't surprise me if he somehow stumbled upon the fact that they're looking for it, and then he'll somehow one-up them. I really don't want that to happen, but I can honestly see it happening the way that they write him all the time. During the wedding, when Curtis announced that he was going to investigate the matter right in front of Valentin, Valentin was already making calls, obviously to somehow, erase the evidence against him. I feel like even if that kind of happens, I feel like Nina will stumble onto the truth. I feel like, assuming that she is duping him, she's already aware that he's doing this, but maybe she'll walk in on a conversation that proves it. I'm kind of hoping that maybe she was still in Windermere when he made the call to Obrecht, that they were in the clear. I just want something. This is the one time I want off-screen GH to prevail, I'm down, because it makes sense that something like that could happen, that she was listening in on certain things. With that said though, even if Nina actually legitimately forgave Valentin, I feel like the fact that he is showing sympathy for Sasha should, you know, set off the alarm bells in her head, at least. Nina had Sasha arrested and Valentin was like, oh, is that necessary? Yeah it is. He exclaimed the butter wouldn't melt excuse of, you need to focus on the positives, like me and you in your life. Focus on us. I mean, the fact that she bought that before already drives me nuts. If she is still buying this now, at this point, with all the lies and all this mess, girl, Nina, I want to believe that you're smarter than this. I want to believe that you're smarter than this. You are a very strong woman, but like, if you believe this at this point again, bye-bye, you're canceled. I don't want anything to do with you. If you are duping Valentin, my hat's off to you. Not right now because my hair's a mess, but if you pull this off and that's where the storyline is going, I will actually, you know, be happy again. But please don't take a year for the audience to be in on this. Like, just reveal Nina's plan so that we don't have to see her looking stupid over and over. Like, we just want this storyline to move and for Valentin to go down. Speaking of Valentin going down though, Ava and Laura have been sharing scenes this week and there is somebody watching them. And we know it's not Ryan because he's still in jail. So the only person that they would have in common at this point is Nicholas. Now, if Nicholas comes back, I will be so happy. Yeah, it means that Valentin didn't actually murder Nicholas, and so there's leeway for the character there. But having Nicholas come back and have a first-hand account as the victim as to what went down in that house in Greece might actually do the trick. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Now, since the theme of this week's after show is storylines that drag out forever, we have to talk about one more thing in reference to that. Sunny and Carly and Jocelyn are mourning the death of Morgan. You know, in case you missed it, every other week for the last 3 years. Listen, I know they are gonna mourn Morgan forever, but does it have to be mentioned every single week? We know you're mourning him. You're gonna mourn him for the rest of your lives. We get it, that's your son. You have every right to be devastated, but we do not, as an audience, need to see this every week. I get it, it's the anniversary of the death, I guess. But look, I don't know, like, y'all, bring him back or don't bring him back, but just stop mentioning him all the time. We get it, they're gonna mourn him. They don't have to say it every week on the show all the time. We get it. We totally get it. We know. Like, even Laura doesn't talk about Nicholas as much as Sunny and Carly and Jocelyn talk about Morgan. Like, it's nuts. Okay, now we'll kind of get out of that theme of dragged out storylines and talk about another major storyline that's been going on. Liz and Kim and Frank and Drew are gearing up for this trial that will indicate whether Franco is capable of making his own medical decisions for himself or if Elizabeth's going to do it for him. I don't really know what the outcome of this will be. I mean, Franco or Drew or whatever you want to call him, Frank and Drew doesn't have any sign of Franco in him at this point, and we don't know whether or not, if he does go through with the surgery, that he'll be Franco again. But we did kind of hear rumors, a lot of them, saying that Tamara Braun has actually finished filming the show and that she's out and that they're not recasting her, which isn't honestly that surprising. She's had nothing to do for a long time. I mean, yeah, Oscar died and she's been mourning him and like that's it. And now she's kind of gone batshit crazy and is sort of, you know, trying to live this fairy tale that Franco is actually the real Drew, even though he's Franco with Drew's memories. It's a mess, and honestly, like, as annoying as Kim is right now, this is the most interesting her character has been in like the whole 2 years that she's been here. But yeah, I mean, what a fail. I love Tamara Braun. Like, she is one of my favorite actresses. When I first started watching GH, she was the Carly that was on. I didn't actually start watching when Sarah Brown was still in the role. I did see clips on YouTube of her, but Tamara Braun was my first Carly. And I loved her back then, and I love her being on the show again. I just wish that they knew how to write for the girl. What a damn shame, and what a waste of a wonderful actress. All the best to Tamara Braun, if this is true. I think it really is, to be honest. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Let me know if you guys agree with the theory that Ava and Nina might have put their heads together to have Nina bring Valentin down. I sure hope so. Let me know in the comments below if you agree. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.